My name is Pat Willett. I'm the program coordinator for the Computer System Technician program and Computer System Technology Networking and the New Security program. I've been working in the college since 1998. Been working with the computer industry since the early days of FidoNet back in the late 80s, 90s. So this is something I've been doing for fun for a long time. Part of what I do in the department is to maintain the programs and make sure that everything is up to speed for content over time for the students, and to make sure that all of the student requirements are met along the way. The Computer System Technician program is a 2-year program designed around the network administrator type positions. In other words, we do a lot of content around basic networking content using the Cisco curriculum. So we do the full Cisco CCNA content curriculum, 3 semesters of Microsoft operating systems, 3 semesters of Linux, 3 semesters of hardware, and then the 4th semester blends it all together with some security content and some concurrent integration of all the operating systems. So it's a program that's only a 2-year program, but it's very intense in content and does require a very large amount of invested time from the student's point of view. The prerequisites for this particular program are based on OAC Grade 12 English and MAP4C Technical Math. So we don't require the university math, just the standard technical math coming in. We do tend to require basic computing skills and a little bit of knowledge, but in general everything else we teach in the program from the ground up. Certainly one of the big misconceptions that we encounter from students coming out of high school is based on the name of the program. Because it's called Computer System Technician, people have a tendency to think that it's just about taking care of the PC. In other words, future shop type jobs is the only place that they're aiming for. When in fact, the hardware side of the equation is only a minor part of the program. In fact, out of 24 courses in the program, there's only 3 on hardware. So hardware is a component, but it's no longer the big focus. But the name is one that's designed by the ministry, so we're kind of tied to the name. So it does make it a little hard for making high school students aware of exactly what the content of the program is. Certainly there's a lot of information that's on the website, but some of the concepts and information that is a little hard to pass on through the normal mechanisms that we use are things like the fact that we do offer certification content in the program. And we are working towards being able to offer certifications as part of the program. So things like Cisco certifications, CompTIA A+ type certifications, and several others. There's also a lot of good equipment, good hardware that the students get to use in the labs. We're set up in such a way that they get to be exposed to a lot of the newer hardware that they're going to play with, a lot of the technologies. We have more hardware for Cisco, as an example, than virtually any other academy in the region. So they actually have a lot of hands-on component in the program. They actually get about 50% of the time spent in the lab using, playing, touching. And in fact, this is one of the few environments where we actively encourage students to make mistakes, to learn about how things fail and why, so that when they go out there and support people, they have an idea of where the problems stem from. Because one of the first things that we do tell them is that you can't anticipate what the users are going to do wrong. Every time we try to create a user-friendly and/or dummy-proof systems, there's another dummy out there that's going to find a different way to screw it up and/or get around that. So they have to be really quick on their feet and be able to think about what can cause the problems. And the easiest way to do that is to actually create those problems. So we actively encourage making those mistakes as learning opportunities, not as mistakes. We've had several success stories that we document all the time, but certainly one of the bigger ones was one of our students that came in from Nigeria, an international student, and is now a Canadian resident and is actually working for us at the college in HR. When he came here, it was a real struggle for him to get used to the environment, and on top of that, get used to the content of the program, which is not an easy program. And he worked through it, a lot of struggles, did have a few difficulties along the way, but at this point in time, he's got a really nice career sitting in front of him. We've also got another student that, although I can't say the specifics, works for one of the government agencies and has done work internationally in Kandahar and several other places along the way, in his field. So that we've got a success story around the program itself as well, where we now have accreditation through CTAB and the Canadian Council of Technicians and Technologists, which means that the program is not only provincially recognized, but it's nationally recognized, and through NAFTA can allow students to work anywhere in the world.